Hi, I'm Lynn from How To Heroes, and today I'm going to show you how to make black-eyed peas. In the South, black-eyed peas symbolize good luck and are traditionally eaten on New Year's Day. Of course, they're delicious to have any time, but this is something that they traditionally have on New Year's Day, and they serve it with collard greens or some kind of green, and that is supposed to symbolize prosperity. So I think we could all use a little bit of that, and so I thought I would show you how to make this recipe, which was shared with us by one of our heroes from New Orleans, Chiqui Collier. So the first thing we're going to do is saute one onion. And it wouldn't be a southern dish unless it was sauteed in bacon fat. So you want to use 4 tablespoons of bacon fat, or you can use canola oil, but let's face it, it's going to be a lot tastier if you use bacon fat. It takes about a whole package of bacon to make that much bacon fat, but hey, it's well worth it. So you're going to put that in there, put the onion, and you're going to saute that for a couple minutes. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to handle Mr. Ham Hock. So this is a ham hock, and basically this is the area between the pig's foot and its ankle. And this has been smoked already, so it's already cooked, and it smells fantastic. So in order for it to kind of be manageable in this pot, I'm just going to cut it into pieces. Okay, that'll do it. So we're going to give this a couple minutes, and then we're going to put in the rest of our ingredients. Okay, so these onions have been cooking for a couple of minutes, and now we're going to put in our ham hock that we've cut up into a bunch of pieces. You can see there is a lot of fat, but you're going to be able to take off some of these delicious pieces of ham at the end, which are going to add some gorgeous flavor. So we're putting those in, and then we're putting some fresh thyme. This is about a few sprigs of fresh thyme, or you can put a teaspoon of dried, 2 teaspoons of sea salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, a bay leaf, and then you're going to add in your beans. They're actually beans, not black-eyed peas. I did the research. They're from the cowpea family, but they are beans. So those of you who don't like peas, don't worry, these are beans. And what I did was I soaked these overnight. These are dry ones, but if you had them fresh, you obviously wouldn't need to soak them overnight. So you get those all going in there with the flavor for a minute, not even. And then you're going to put in your stock. Now what I did, and on the recommendation of Chiqui, was that I actually put the ham hock in here, and I covered it high with water, and I let that cook for about 30 minutes, and then I'm using that liquid to cook the black-eyed peas. You could use chicken stock, but this is what she says to do, and she knows what she's talking about. This is a recipe of her mother's. Basically what they would do is New Year's Eve they would have a whole ham, so they would use the ham bone from the next day to flavor it. So you could either use that, so if you do have a ham, you could use that, or you can use the ham hock. So I'm just going to pour this in, and you just want to cover, enough to cover the black-eyed peas and your liquid. And you're going to put that down to medium and cover it. And we'll check back in about 40 minutes. Again, if these were fresh, they would be quicker, so it would be more like 30 minutes. But in this case, probably take about 45 minutes. So 45 minutes later, and our black-eyed peas are done, and they look delicious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just scoop out a little. And as I mentioned earlier, the ham hock is a lot of fat, but there are some delicious pieces of meat in there that you can just pull off. So I'm just going to put a few of those randomly in here. And then I'm going to plate it up with some kale. You can use collard greens or kale. Again, the idea is to signify prosperity. So I'm just going to put a few in here. And I just steam these because I think there's so much flavor in the black-eyed peas that you really don't need to do anything to this. But we do have a terrific recipe for collard greens if you wanted to jazz it up a little bit. So here you have New Year's black-eyed peas. Enjoy it.